What?
Just making fun of Morg.
I didn't see that. Here, wait. Where is it? What have you done to
I'm ready
conspire
to clap
against
whenever
me?
you are.
Yep, just putting out the tweet right now.
Alrighty.
All right. So, let me make sure. Okay. Let's do the countdown. Morg, are you ready with the ice cream in your hand? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Hunters Hub. This is your host, Fortuan, joined by co-host Morg Daddy. How you doing today with your ice cream stick?
I got my learners. Yay! And my goatee is growing out so nicely, too.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm really proud of it. It's really filled out.
Okay, good. You minimized it.
Yes, I did.
But I am in a quandary.
What's this quantity?
And it has to do with our discussion. And I don't know if I'm really happy with my decision. So, I don't know. Oh,
Okay.
by the way, I've actually started getting into StarCraft, but I've got it with the Carbots reskin, so it's StarCraft cartooned. It's really good. Really, really fun. It actually takes a lot of the edge off of like the fear factor of playing StarCraft by making everything all Looney Toony. It's great. I love it.
Okay. It's a bit weird. Getting a little bit of an audio issue on my end, but can you guys
Is it
hear
from
me
me?
fine?
Yeah, we can hear you.
That'll be something in editing I have to deal with then. All right. Pan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty great. I went to a barbecue at my friend's place earlier. Ate a lot of brats and had some cookies. Overall, pretty good.
Awesome.
Nice.
Watched the boy play in the slip and slide. He had a great time.
Those
Oh.
are so fun! I miss slip and slides. You know what I also miss? Super soakers. I remembered one, I think it was, what was it? The Arctic Rush or the Arctic Flood or something like that, where you pumped it up and you could fire like a stream, but then it had like a big handle on the top and it had like this big nozzle on it and you could just go poof, and it would fire out like, it would empty out literally every ounce of water that was in the thing, and it had like a separate little compartment where you could fill it up with ice cubes. Oh, that was my favorite.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, it was awesome. I
Nice.
love that gun.
That's rough. That is rough.
It would just chill
Yeah.
the water to just absolute freezing. Oh man, is the look on people's faces, the surprise. Ooh, where they just go. I love it.
When I was like 8, we had these neighbors who were Mormons, and they had a whole bunch of kids. Which this is relevant to the story.
Mm-hmm.
And they just had like a million super soakers, and it was so much fun going over to their house to play Super Soaker War with all the kids. Because, like I said, there was about a million of them, and each of them had a couple friends over. There'd be like 30 kids just running all over the place. It was awesome.
Water balloons
Wow.
really add to it as well. The cleanup though is absolute hell. But water balloons are still fun. Great
So,
little grenades.
I am no
What, you
longer.
don't like water balloons?
No. I am no longer involved in this because it deals with my ex-wife's family, but my girls are. So one of her cousins, her ex-husband, as in he died in a car crash. It was a pretty bad one too. It actually hit national news. But one of the things he did.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it exploded. He had a gas tanker.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was terrible. Anyways, he had this thing where he loved water balloon fights and that kind of stuff. So I don't remember the day, but one day a year, their whole family does like a big super soaker like water balloon fight in his honor, with all the kids and stuff and some of the adults too. I no longer go. I used to be involved because, ex family, but the girls still go every year, and I encourage them to go because the guy was a cool guy. I knew him, as well as you could, being in-laws, but Yeah, it was just it was, I don't know, it was a cool thing that they do with this annual Super Soaker water balloon fight, and I see pictures every year. It's pretty awesome. So, we are going to be talking about the best year in video games. Unfortunately, it is a 2-on-1 fight tonight.
Yeah, that's why I'm in such a dilemma. Yay!
Sorry.
Can't wait for it.
Morg. We did not coordinate. We all picked our years, did our research outside, and Morg had to decide between like 6 different years.
And you guys had to pick the same year. Great.
Yeah.
That's because it's the obvious choice. Just like Sword and Shield.
No! Platinum is
I
the
don't
obvious
know.
choice.
A lot of people didn't like that Pokemon game.
It's because of the crit ratio and the fact that he deals double damage.
That's not what I said! That's not what I meant! You
I
both
know,
know it!
I know,
Gen
I know.
5 made Sturdy better. I will admit that Gen 5 made Sturdy hella better, and it's a much more enjoyable skill to actually have on monsters, because now it's like a focus sash.
Yeah, we're talking
and you can put
monster
counter on them. Or mirror coat. Oh, wait, what?
She was talking about Sword and
I
Shield.
thought you were
Monster
talking
Hunter.
about Pokemon!
I made a joke.
No!
I made a joke
Hammer!
that
Hammer! Everybody knows Hammer's the best. Hammer is the king.
Okay.
Hammer bro. Bro for life.
I mean,
Ooh.
just look at the covers. Great swords all over them. There you go.
On all of them?
All over them.
I don't think so.
Not. I don't think all of them.
Well,
All
most
over
of them.
Oh no! Are you saying you're going to cut us?
I have a little Sword and Shield!
Oh,
You're
okay. I'm like, shut up about greatsword. I'm going to stab you. Like, okay, Pan. Okay, I'll cool it off. So again,
Does
we're
this make me a lance user? Poke, 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 poke.
That's the new joke weapon for Lance.
I have my play mat for a greatsword, I guess. It's
Yep.
kind of floppy.
Exactly like a greatsword. Big old floppy shtick.
Not going there. I already made my dick joke for the night before we went live.
Okay. So, again, we're discussing what we feel is the best year in video game releases as far as video games itself go, not the consoles. So Pan and I both chose 2004, and we're pitting up against Morg's 1988.
No, 1998.
Sorry, 88 was last week. 98. 98.
Anyways.
So,
Yeah,
I have a bit to talk about 2004. Bear with me. Wait till I finish to offer
how
any.
much ice cream do you have?
Never enough.
Oh boy.
I am getting lightsabers for this one, buddy, because I could
Listeners,
use a
he just
lightsaber.
pulled- So, listeners, he's been eating like an ice cream pop this whole time, and he just finished it, and then he pulled a box of a different flavor of ice cream pops out from under his desk.
I think it was
and
just
now he is-
popsicles.
Yeah, no, you're right. Those
Yeah,
are just popsicles.
That's-
The other one was an ice cream
Lightsabers.
pop thing. Yeah, so he just pulled another box of. Oh, he's got a mini fridge behind him. I see.
Yeah.
I thought you just had a pile of ice cream under your desk.
No, I actually do have a pile of ice cream underneath my desk. There's no mini freezer.
That looks like just a table.
Oh, I thought that white thing behind you was a mini
Yeah,
freezer.
No, it's just a table.
All right, let's
Actually,
hear your
it's
bit.
the drawer to this
You've been
desk.
hyping me up about it for the last
doesn't give me
45
enough
minutes.
room.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
Alrighty,
So
let's do this.
I have a bit. Wait till I'm done, Morg.
I will.
Okay, here we go. I've been a little nervous about this, but I'll try it. All right, ready?
You can always edit it out if it's bad.
Not live. I can't.
How bad could it possibly be?
Okay.
Do it.
Here's the 2004 wrap. Okay. Listen up,
Really?
Hunters, let me tell you
2004?
about this year. Give it time and you'll see it's clear. 2000's the best and it'll pass the test. Let's start this show out with the bang, revolutionizing shooters like it ain't no thing. Doom 3, Painkiller, Killzone, Half-Life 2, Halo 2. I messed that up. Half-Life and Halo 2. I'll give you a second because your mind just blew. Slow down, let me take you for a drive. Smashing cars and Burnout 3, keeping it live. Maybe instead you're looking for a fight in Mortal Kombat Deception? We can test your might. What about some good old RT strategy? We're looking at you, Pikmin 2 and Warlords Battlecry 3. Do you want to be a warrior in a faraway land, a warrior within Persia, or a Ninja Gaiden? Maybe a hero like a second Spider-Man, or Beautiful Joe 2, if you possibly can. 2004 brought the big IPs, LOTR, Third Age, the JRPG, X-Men Legends, Stopping Disasters, Battlefronts with no Jedi Masters. You must be looking for some trouble, because we're like Jesse, we're going to make it double. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, Emerald Star Rayquaza looking kind of mean. Anyone here looking forward to Dread? We got Prime 2 and Zero Mission for you instead. Don't worry about Zelda and Link, they ain't no slouch. Four Swords and Minish Cap on your couch. You might say, Fort, these series aren't for me. I'm looking for something a bit more OG. Well, folks, hold on to your chair. 2004's got new games to spare. We're talking Fable and Cave Story, Crusader Kings, and Katamari Damacy. Let's not forget to pay respect. Monster Hunter, let that reflect. Fort, slow down. You've already won, but I've got one more for you, hun. A game held high for its mastercraft, the one and only World of Warcraft. One last surprise to cap. Holy shit, did Fortuan just rap? Ta-da! I spent all day yesterday and today writing that.
I just played StarCraft, okay? So that's what I did yesterday.
Woo! That felt good. I only had one mess up.
God damn it.
I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that.
Not bad.
Good job.
Oh,
Not bad.
So, yeah.
It happened. Yes, Cloud, it happened.
That is not encouraging. If that was all right. So, like I said, here's a short list of games from 2004 that I felt was notable, and Pan, feel free to add to this list. So Burnout 3.
I'll add to the list as well, because there's some good shit in there, actually. I'm going to agree with you on it.
Okay.
Why not?
Burnout 3, Cave Story, Doom 3, Fable, Katamari Damacy, Crusader Kings, Killzone, Lord of the Rings, The Third Age, Metroid Prime 2, Legend of Zelda, The Minish Cap, Legend of Zelda, Four Swords, Monster Hunter, Metroid Zero Mission, Ninja Gaiden, Painkiller, Pikmin 2, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, Half-Life 2, Halo 2, Pokemon Emerald, Prince of Persia, The Warrior Within, Spider-Man 2, Star Wars Battlefront, Beautiful Joe 2, World of Warcraft, Warlords Battlecry 3, and X-Men Legends. Now, I think I did it, but I fit every single one of those into the wrap. But those are all the ones.
You fit in a lot of them, yes. Oh, wait, did you mention Warhammer 40K, Dawn of War?
No, I wouldn't have known that game very well.
Or, let me see, Unreal Tournament 2004? That's my favorite Unreal Tournament game.
Cool. I did not. I never
It's a
played
really
Unreal.
good one.
My id / Quake era of shooters stopped with Doom. I never got into the
Wow.
the later ones, the true 3D ones.
That's too bad.
So, Pam, did you have anything else to add on that list? Okay.
Yeah, we got Fire Emblem Sacred Stones on Game Boy Advance.
Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't have known about
We
that.
have we have Sid Meier's Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man 2, Knights of the Old Republic 2, and The Sims 2.
Oh wow. Yeah. How did I miss The Sims? Holy cow.
I'm making
Games,
funny
good
faces
games.
at 420. Yeah. Yeah. 2 and like, a lot of good sequels.
Yeah, no, that's kind of why I had the line of it wasn't just for Pokemon, but trouble make it double, because there's so many twos. Like just on my list, Metroid Prime 2, Pikmin 2, Half-Life 2, Halo 2, Spider-Man 2, Beautiful Joe 2, and I know there's.
Oh, you got Spider-Man 2. Okay, yeah.
Yep. And technically, Prince of Persia: Warrior Within is the second game in that series.
Yeah. Fire Emblem Sacred Stones isn't a sequel to like anything, but everybody basically thought of it as a sequel to the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem because it was following up the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem. But it has nothing to do with Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem.
Okay.
It's just the same. It's just the same game engine.
Do this to you. I hate to do this to you, man, but I've changed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1999 all the way, baby.
Oh,
1999 is the
what
best.
What games
year.
you got in 1999?
It's not 98. Oh God, I've got a treat for you guys. Okay, so starting off, it is the very first Unreal Tournament. That is probably one of the best competitive shooters that I had ever played when I was in, I think, high school. Let me see. Age of Empires 2.
Just go through the list. We'll talk on the individual games later.
Okay. Yeah. Age of Empires 2, Donkey Kong 64, Silent Hill, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the original Super Smash Bros. On N64. Let me see. Legend of Dragoon on PlayStation 1. That was an amazing game. Let me see.
My husband's been playing that one.
Gate.
He's giving it a giant thumbs down.
Well, you know what, Steve? I've got some words for you. I just don't have them right now. Give me a second. I'll pull them out of my pocket later. It's like change, You just don't have it on you in your hands right off the bat. But it's coming, man. It's coming. Ooh, damn it! Why does he have better hair than I do?
Legend of Dragoon has, like, it has
It's like Final Fantasy,
attack.
except sort of better.
You turn into a dragoon.
Yeah.
Fantasy
You
without
turn into
spells.
a giant fairy thing. It's cool. And you get
Listeners,
dragon powers.
The line about the line that Morg said about why does he have better hair than me? My husband has no hair.
No, I'm in facial hair, but never mind. You know what? I'll grow it out. I'll get a full beard that goes down all the way here, and I'm gonna braid that puppy, and then I'm gonna put like a dwarven Celtic beard braid, like a beard clamp on it, just right there.
That's
gonna look super sexy
my dream for years.
with my mohawk.
This is,
and I'll have a braided mohawk, full Celtic baby.
You'll look like the Steve. What's that suicidal dwarf class from Warhammer?
The Berserker?
Yes.
Berserkers.
You'll look like that. Yeah. You'll look like that guy.
I'll look like a physical tug of war is what I'll look like, because I'll have like rope coming out of either end of me. It's gonna be sick. But yeah, anyways, yeah, Legend of Dragoon. Who doesn't want to play as Dart? Go flame shot. But anyways, where was I? Baldur's Gate, Tales of the Sword Coast. Now, I know that Baldur's Gate was a 1998 game, but 1999 came out with this awesome expansion, and if you guys like Dungeons & Dragons, you might like Baldur's Gate as well. So, let me see. Spyro 2, Dino Crisis.
Uh-oh.
I will. Let's take a look. Oh, man, it's gonna be brutal. I know it. Yeah!
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's my boy! Oh, that's sexy. Now, if only I was a redhead. Power of the ginger, be with me. Anyways, let me see. Dino Crisis, Harvest Moon 64, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Now, if anybody likes like those big block arcade systems, this came out on those in big public arcades. Like, remember when arcades used to be a thing? I remember. And this was the time to go and play Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. And it's so cool because it takes Street Fighter 2 and then it adds Marvel superhero characters into it.
Yes.
And then we got Croc 2, which was one of my favorite games. Oh man, that was a real fun one. The very first Soul Calibur came out. Let me see. Final Fantasy VI got ported onto PlayStation. Final Fantasy VIII came out at this time as well. Pokemon Gold and Silver came out at this year. Roller Coaster Tycoon, Medal of Honor, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Now,
We got a long line of
Pro Skater was good, but Pro Skater isn't as good as 2.
No, that's true, but it's the one that starts it all, baby man. Come on.
Okay.
Wait, did I call you baby man? I meant to call you man or baby, but like not both at the same time. Calling somebody baby man? That has got to be like the rudest thing you can do to somebody.
Well, he's responding to my responding to my rap. He's dissing me.
Oh. Baby.
All right.
Dude. Baby dude.
All right. So,
Well, anyways.
that's a lot. It's a lot of games. So, how do you propose that we argue this? Because we could do this by genre, we could do this by cultural importance. Of course, we have our favorites on these lists too. There's some here that I included on my list because I knew about them, but I've never played them nor cared about them, like Cave Story. I know Cave Story is a big deal, but I just never cared about it. But, I mean, so, let me... I originally had picked a different year, but and I'm going to shout out both Jay on the Discord and my brother, both helped me realize 2004 was just better. Originally, that year was 2016. And let me just...
Really?
Let me just tell you real quick, we're not going to discuss the games on here, but just hearing the games, you'll understand why 2016 was a great year as well.
Okay.
Darkest Dungeon, Banner Saga 2, Civ 6, Clash Royale, Dark Souls 3, Detective Pikachu, Doom 2016, Enter the Gungeon, Final Fantasy 15, Grim Dawn, I Am Setsuna, Lucky's Tale, the first Monster Hunter Stories. It was the Japan release, though. It wasn't in the United States yet.
Yeah.
Overwatch, Pokemon
But that
Go.
one had more content anyways.
Yeah, Pokemon Go, Sun and Moon, Shantae Half Genie Hero, Stardew Valley, Titanfall 2, the Blood and Wine expansion for The Witcher 3, and XCOM 2. Now, 2016, that was a pretty banging year, but what made me decide, and maybe this will help decide this discussion between 99 and 2004, nothing is on the level of World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft hitting 2004...
Except maybe The Sims 2.
For a casual audience, yes. Sims 2 was groundbreaking.
Maybe.
However, World of Warcraft has shaped a whole genre of games and has continued to do that are multi-million-dollar games development-wise, whatever they, and if they make money, like it has chased a whole industry caused the whole industry to chase an MMO dream for decades. So,
Yeah.
I think it's hard to argue against World of Warcraft on itself. Like,
Yeah. I remember this joke about after Hearthstone came out is that for almost a decade Blizzard was just allowed to print their own money, but then their money printer kind of like ran out of steam. So then they came out with Hearthstone, and they got their money printer going again.
Yes, it did.
yep.
If you like Magic the Gathering ripoffs, yes, you will love Hearthstone.
That's actually how we weaned ourselves off of Magic the Gathering.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, I hate it when the stab is true. Oh god damn it! And that was meant to be a joke.
But
shit.
yeah, if you're going cultural importance, then nothing's gonna even like touch World of Warcraft's level,
No.
except for like I said, maybe The Sims 2 or Pokemon. Pokemon's not in any of the years we have.
Not the
Dude.
originals.
Yeah. That's what I meant. OG Pokemon.
Yeah, I would say the
World
closest...
of Warcraft made and broke marriages. That's
Yes.
how powerful
A
it is.
good
It's
friend of mine
freaky.
met his wife on World of Warcraft. No lie. They've been together for like 10 years now. Like,
Well, I guess debate's over. Talk to you
Good
guys
night,
next
everybody.
week. Alright.
okay,
Bye.
come on. You got to put up some sort of fight. Mark. Now,
Okay.
2004, I
Well, I've
think.
already lost, but you know what? I'm gonna go for it anyways. Like a good old college try, baby. Oh fuck! What do I even do? Where do I even begin?
So, one of the.
Alphabetically.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't have these sorted alphabetically. I've just got those random hodgepodge of. Here, wait.
Mine
Can
are
I
not.
share my screen?
Mine are mostly
Um,
alphabetically, not all the way, though.
Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay. So
Ooh.
let me see. Where is it? That's Untitled 2. What did I do with it? Oh,
Do I
man.
click it?
Yeah,
All
there
right,
it is.
there you go.
Is it there? Is it there?
Looking.
I hope so.
It's trying.
Okay. Oh, it's not working. Shame on you, you freaking terrible internet. Okay.
All right.
Come on.
It'll keep trying. So, Morg, you mentioned you have
Mhm.
Half-Life on there? Or is that 8?
Here, wait. I'm gonna stop that. Here, wait. That went awful. Stream was lagging or refreshing. Yes. Boom. Done.
Oh,
There.
boy.
Sort that out, Discord. Anyways, yeah. So I had. Where is it? It was.
You got someone in the chat that needs a band. Or a robot or something.
I want to become famous. Can't I become famous? Please?
Bandit.
Oh, never mind.
Gone.
Too bad.
Banned. Bye. I don't want to become famous. Obviously, because I did that rap. Not famous. I was going to make fun of myself for that now.
You could make it to Broadway, man. Anyways,
Is rap on Broadway?
what I do have on this list. Let me see. What was it you were asking? Which one?
So, we have World of Warcraft for, like, what are some cultural impact games you feel in your ear?
Ooh, Soul Calibur, absolutely.
Okay. It's a great fighting one.
Holy crap, that's got a following behind it. Mm-hmm. Let me see, what's another one? I'm not sure if Legend of Dragoon really
Infamous.
sits on that one. Silent Hill for sure. Oh yeah. Unreal
I'm not
Tournament,
sure.
definitely, because the Unreal Engine. I don't know.
Unreal.
You sure?
Unreal
You sure Unreal Tournament doesn't count?
Okay, well, let's back up. Silent Hill was the one I was really responding to. Silent Hill,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to downplay Silent Hill's importance in the video game community. However, it didn't break out of that. It didn't break out of the
True.
whereas Warcraft
True.
Warcraft is one of those games that, like, senators were like, boo, they're playing on their computers all day. Like, it actually hit, outside of gamers' knowledge a lot of the time.
Oh damn! What game on this list would actually even like compare to that?
That's the problem.
I don't know.
That's the
I
problem.
mean, Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros.
is huge. That
I guess is kind of a
huge.
game that's like that.
I will
like,
say for fighters,
It's a massive community right now. Loaded with
for fighter
Mhm.
games. I think
I won't say
your
what
year
it comprises of, but yeah, it's a big deal. Like Smash Bros. Like they have I think it's for like E3. They have the Nintendo Directs. Yeah, I think it was for it wasn't E3. What is it we've been seeing? What is the other one? Fuck, I can't even remember the name of like the announcements that were going on where it was Nintendo, Capcom, and I think it was a bunch of indies. What is the name of it, guys?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
True. When the announcements for like Monster Hunter Stories and like Rises, like Was that really E3? Or was it in the Nintendo Direct?
They did
They
a
were
Nintendo
just had a
directed
brain
around
fart.
E3.
for E3.
I just had a brain fire. Yeah, like around E3. Okay, so we're gonna say that's around E3 because
How
I'm
much
obviously
ice cream have
dumb.
you had?
Anyways, E3.
Okay.
Well, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. Oh,
I
6.
seriously wonder
Anyways,
if Morg is going to some sort of diabetic shock right now.
probably, yeah. I'm probably going to be entering into a coma once I'm done all this. But anyways, yeah. So on E3, like we all agreed that it was on. Originally my idea. Anyways, yeah, like every time that there's an E3, they're always announcing a new character for Smash. And,
Yeah.
and the community just absolutely either like goes ballistic, like they're like, yes! And then like it just blows up on Twitter everywhere.
Sure.
Or they
yeah.
just flip their shit and they get super pissed off. It's ridiculous, man. Like,
Smash doesn't need any more blue-haired swords people.
Well, they didn't.
yeah, we
This
don't need
latest
any more
one,
swordsmen.
Kazuya from Tekken was people really liked him. A lot of my friends are really up on him. But yeah, no,
Mhm.
we
fact that they
definitely what they
put in a
call the
guy from-
anime sword fighters. Yeah, there's enough of those. Thanks, Fire Emblem. Thanks for that. Now, granted, if they hadn't done that, Fire Emblem probably
And
wouldn't have
Dragon
been
Quest.
on much of the map to the larger gaming audience. But so Smash Brothers is a stellar. I don't think it's World of Warcraft level, but that is a stellar game on that list. And I was going to say, like I
It
was
is a
saying earlier,
big deal.
with Soul Calibur, the only fighting game I could find of note on this whole year of 2004 was Mortal Kombat Deception, and that's one of the weaker Mortal Kombats. So, fighting game wise, I would say,
It's a bad year.
Yeah, it's a bad year, 2004. But what do you have for racing games?
I would say, yeah. For racing games,
Because all we got for this,
I'm not really a racing game connoisseur. So
don't-
what I'm gonna go is I'm gonna go back into 1999. Let's take a little trip to the past.
I will
and
say
let's-
there was only
there
one
we go.
of big
Okay,
note
my mouse
to
is
me
working again.
in 2004, which was Burnout 3. And a lot of people are very big fans of the Burnout series, especially Paradise, which is the latest one.
My husband just pointed
my
out
God.
that Need for Speed Underground 2 came out in 04.
Yeah,
Crash Team Racing, Grand Theft Auto 2.
Grand
Oh
Theft-
yeah,
That's not a racing game.
Grand Theft
no,
Auto.
Grand Theft Auto 2 is not. Now, if you had said
Well, I mean,
Driver,
kind of.
that's
Yeah,
open
Driver. Yeah, Driver's in here. Yeah, it's
world. Driver's the original Driver's
it's not a real
good.
game in my eyes.
The original Driver's good, and
Is
I
it,
find
though?
it better
Is it?
than the original Grand Theft Autos. Have you ever played Police Chase Mode? That thing's insane. It is literally
But what about
how long can you
Beetle
survive?
Adventure Racing.
Oh, Beetle Adventure Racing is freaking amazing. I would have put that on that list 100%. I'm not even kidding you. Beetle Adventure Racing
Oh man,
is
yeah.
so that was on the 64. That is a contender as one of the best 64 racing games beside Diddy Kong Racing and Mario Kart. Like Beetle Adventure Racing is amazing. So, but I was to say, Burnout 3 is I don't know if it's the most popular because Paradise has had a lot more ports, but Burnout 3 was held as that series' pinnacle for a long time, especially because they had a crash mode. Now imagine this: you have a busy highway, you take a ramp. How much dollars of destruction can you do? There's a whole mobile genre based on this. Of like Burnout 3's crash mode was like get X amount of dollars to pass the level of destruction in one ramp. It was actually a really cool concept, but also it was a racing game where you were encouraged to crash the other cars. So I don't know. It was a good game.
I like that.
A lot of people seem to like that series. So I guess I think comparing category by category is kind of a good way to go. So like one of the big things that people compare about. So like what were new games that year? Like not in a series,
Ooh.
new IPs.
New IPs. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So, based off of what I'm looking at for new IPs, there's actually quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silent Hill. Let me see. Guardians Crusade. Super Smash Bros. Mario Party. What? Mario Party was in 1999? No, that can't be possible. Oh, wait, yeah, for North America in 1999. Huh, go figure. That's why I didn't put it on the
That
list,
makes
because
sense.
I thought it was a 98 game. Turns out, yeah. Okay, so we had Mario Party, the first of its kind. It was actually a pretty good
I
game.
remember playing
I
Mario
liked it quite a
Party
lot.
at a sleepover sometime shortly before Christmas '99.
Yeah, my God.
That was fun. That was
Yeah.
a fun sleepover that weekend.
Yeah. I bet.
I didn't want to put Pepsi Man on this list, but like it's such a meme.
Oh
like,
man. If you want to learn about Pepsi Man, go see the completionist
Pepsi
video
Man!
of it. The completionist does a great review of
Oh
Pepsi
my
Man.
God. It is the most ridiculous.
It's the original runner
stupidest
game.
game ever.
It's the original like temple runner game.
It is. It is so bad. Oh my God, it's
a
terrible.
licensed-
But it's
licensed
so
weird
funny.
game.
It is bizarre.
I mean,
Like-
on the SNES we had the 7-Up game.
Oh yeah, cool spot. Yeah. That was good. Pepsi Man wasn't. Pepsi Man's a good joke.
7-Up, oh my God.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
so
Oh my God.
is that all the new IPs that year had, or are we still going?
Well, I mean, there's also Pokemon Snap.
Sure, it's a
Go
new
figure.
series in an IP. I guess, yeah.
Yeah. As far as IPs, I think Legend of Dragoon is also one of them. But I mean, like
Yeah.
you guys we'd already talked about that one. Let me see. What's another one that really stands out?
You bought it for like $4 on like, what is it? Where did you what system did you get it on?
Probably Steam.
He got it on his PSTV.
Oh no.
Yes, he has
Oh,
a PSTV.
PlayStation TV. Is that even a thing?
Yes. Well, okay.
What?
So here's the thing: it's a console like the size of my cell phone that he can plug into like any TV, and he can play old ass PlayStation games on it.
What?
Isn't it like the original version of PS Now?
Where?
basically?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know what PS Now is.
It's like a PS Vita with no screen or controller.
It's a PS Vita with no screen or controller.
Okay. it's the
Neat.
Fire
He
Stick
bought it.
for PlayStation.
He bought it because there was a Persona game that was unique to PS Vita at the time, and he wasn't going to buy a Vita, so he bought a PS TV instead. And now he just
Hey.
uses it to play old Sony games.
You know, I was gonna say that makes sense, but I'm almost thinking it would have been better just to buy the Vita at this point. But whatever.
Could be playing Freedom Unite or like Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Tag Team or like.
He says it was
frick,
$50
what was that
versus
one
$200
game?
on eBay.
It's fair. Yeah. I don't know.
But
who
wait,
the
it's
hell
on
is selling
eBay.
A Vita on eBay for that much, but actually, you know what? I'd have to ask Jared. My game store guy has a couple Vitas.
According to a friend of ours, well, again, this was at the time. This was like 4 or 5 years ago when he bought
Yeah,
it.
they hadn't really killed the Vita 4 or 5 years ago yet.
No, and a friend of ours who jailbreaks arcade cabinets.
Ooh.
He says that PS Vitas are very, very nice for the like jailbreaking community to like turn them into like handheld like video game systems that can play
sense.
anything.
Because PSPs were the same way. PSPs were gold mine for that stuff. You'd have the whole
Yeah.
SNES Genesis library on there.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. So yeah, like a buddy of ours has like arcade cabinets with like SNES games on them.
Yeah. Okay.
That is based.
Yeah.
I want one.
So
Okay.
So, all right. So I while we were talking, I ticked out on my list the new IPs. We got Cave Story, Fable, Katamari Damacy, Crusader Kings, Killzone, Monster Hunter, Painkiller, and Star Wars Battlefront were the new IPs. Granted, there was a lot of sequels in this year, but that is some crazy good new ones. Fable, everyone loved Fable at the time. I've never played them. Katamari Damacy. Katamari is not a huge game as far as like it's a very much a gamer community thing. Crusader Kings is a fan of for Pan. I saw it.
I've never played the original.
I owned the original on GOG. Didn't play it.
Yeah, it's very cheap. The UI looks rough.
Yeah.
And the UI is already a bit rough in Crusader Kings 2.
And 3. It's a little bit rough in 3.
You see, here's the thing where I'm like, you know what? They're just like, there are light years of advances for the UI for Crusader Kings 3, so it doesn't even seem rough to me in Crusader Kings 3. It seems wonderful.
This is because you're just used to the abuse.
The hell? I didn't know they put Prince of Persia on the Game Boy Color in 1999.
It must be a port of the old Prince of Persia, which was a
Yeah,
good
probably.
but weird game. I mean, we listed that last week, the original Prince of Persia. Killzone. I think Killzone for a new IP was actually a contender for PlayStation's flagship IPs during the time.
There's another new IP that from 04 that you didn't get.
Yeah.
Far Cry.
Yeah. Far Cry was a big one.
Ooh.
That was one of the that was a weird one because it got a movie very early on, and I was like, why? What? Why? That's a weird one. But back to Killzone. Like I said, it was for a long time. It was a flagship for PlayStation. I think Killzone 2 was a big, supposed to be like launch title or seller for PS2. Likewise, Killzone 3 for PS3. And granted, they were supposed to be Halo's contender, is as far as I remember, and because Halo was like the king of shooters for a little while. That being said, this year we also got Halo 2 and Half-Life 2 on those same veins. And Half-Life 2, I've never played it, but as far as shooter goes, it's one of the up there. Now I included. Okay, 2 was on PS3. Okay, I knew there was a long gap, but I know that, and Killzone 1 was on PS2. You're right. It wasn't PlayStation 1. I played Killzone 1 a lot. I was a suicide grenader. It was fun. You could get 6 kills for one, because grenades were super powerful. But I also listed here Painkiller, and now I've talked about Painkiller a couple times. Painkiller's more in the lines of a Doom, so like a boomer shooter kind of thing, but Painkiller was more of a PC title. I don't think it's extremely notable, but it's something I knew, and that's why I included it on the list. But it is a new IP at the time. Of course, Monster Hunter. Like, what are we here for? Like, that's the whole reason why I looked at 2004, right? And, like, it's the entry point.
So 2004 my 2004 was the inspiration for like the idea for this.
Mm-hmm.
Because my husband was like, you guys should do like a best year in gaming. Like 2004, man, that year was the shit. It had like all these games that he was a big fan of.
Yeah.
Which we were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. And thanks to Steve for the idea, because it's a fun one. Unfortunately, it kind of felt like it was solved the moment we talked about it, because it's like...
Yeah.
it's hard to compete with this year because, especially, like everyone has their favorite Monster Hunter, but the Monster Hunter that started this series is a huge one. Like,
yeah, it is.
I have some fun stories about the
I'm gonna pick
Pokemon
2008 because
the Pokemon entries from this year.
Fire Red and Leaf Green. Actually, Red for me, Fire Red and Leaf Green are more important than Emerald in my mind because it started this whole re-release trend of Pokemons. I actually got this.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So.
And it's really good too.
So fun thing. So, I was all on the Pokemon Emerald train because I got back. I was not into Pokemon for several years, basically through the gold silver era, because Pokemon was demonic and a whole nother story there.
Yeah.
So we were like walking around the mall, and I see GameStop has all these banners up for the new Pokemon Ruby Sapphire out, and I'm like, Mom, can I buy a Pokemon game? No, it's evil. What's evil in it, Mom? I don't know. Just don't let your sister play it. So, anyway, so I got Sapphire, and I was super into it. I played it a while, and then Emerald came out, and my mom would like just give me like $20 to go to the mall and like take my sisters and like just get them out of her hair for a while. So we would go to the mall, and I was 16, 17. Wait, 2004. I was 15. Yeah. So I don't know how I got to the mall without. Oh, we lived right by there. That's why. So So we lived right by the mall. So we drove over to the mall, and I just let my middle sister just run amok. I was like, here, go to Claire's, go do whatever it is that 12-year-olds do. And I took my sister, who's 10 years younger than me, over to the Playland. I grabbed Pokemon Emerald from the GameStop on the way over there, and I'm just playing it on my Game Boy while my 5-year-old sister's running amok on the playground inside the mall.
Mm-hmm.
And this huffy, stuffy old lady. She's like, "Are you here with any kids?" Because I'm just like a teenager playing a video game at the mall, on a couch next to the playground at the mall, right? And she's like, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm with that one." And the lady like glares at my sister and then glares at me and looks back and forth a couple times. "Why are you so young? Where is her father?" And me, in my righteous teenage indignation,
It's my sister, bitch.
No. I turned to her and said, "He's in prison for statutory."
Oh.
I mean, because, yeah.
Whoa.
I was like, "Fuck you, old lady."
Oh, she probably would have fell down.
I don't remember because I was just so pissed off. I snapped my Game Boy Advance shut because I had the SP.
Yeah.
I just snapped it shut and got up and got my sister and found my other sister and we went somewhere else.
Damn. Wow. That is old lady burn.
I'm pretty sure I would have just said something more smart ass if she was like, "Where's your father?" I would have said, "Up your ass, old bag." But, can't say that really. Because
I guess I don't know how old I look to that old lady, but I am 10 years older than my youngest sister, so
yeah, there's a bit of a gap, yeah. Jeez.
Anyways, that's my funny story about Pokemon Emerald, is that the day it came out that I gave the sickest burn I will ever give to anyone.
He said prison. God. Oh, man. I was actually 16 this year, so I was actually able to drive. I didn't have a lot of money, but I was able to drive.
say that for 1999 with Pokemon Gold and Silver, it introduced a lot of concepts into the series that we had not seen before.
Yeah.
Like, for example, bringing everything into full color, giving us day and night cycles, breeding, weather.
They also have seasons.
And then,
well?
what else did it bring?
There's a couple
Not
games
seasons.
that have had seasons.
That would be
since
Gen
then.
5.
Okay.
Gen
But you-
5 in particular did have seasons, yeah.
But you know what Gen 2 had that we haven't seen since?
A post game where you could go to another region
Yes, it had
and
both,
being
it had
able to fight
Kanto
your
and
free,
Johto.
Yeah. 2
and
reasons.
being able to fight the character
Red.
that you'd played from the last generation of games.
Now the
Technically,
post game in Emerald is legit. Battle Island, it's really great.
yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
a lot of them have had a lot of an end game since I realized people just sort of rush it these days.
Yeah, Sun
I
Moon
don't-
didn't have much of one, and that people are very salty about it.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see how they also thought that the whatever the not Pokemon were. What were they called? The
Nega Beasts or some shit.
yeah.
The Digimon Pokemon, you mean?
Yeah.
Ultra
Like,
Beasts. Ultra Beasts. They're
Beasts.
Ultra Beasts.
Yeah, like they thought that that would be kind of the end game because it does occur like quote unquote after the story, but it's just like expecting the end game to be catching the Sword and Shield Pokemon in Sword and Shield. Like it's just a continuation where they roll the credits a little early, like if that makes sense.
Kinda, yeah.
I wouldn't say that Sword and Shield had a strong end game though. It's just weird. But they're there. They think about them.
Was Sword and Shield even a game? I don't know.
Hey, it was. That is where
Alpha
I
and
had
Omega
my.
was the last decent post game. Yes, I
Alpha and
agree.
Omega had a really good post game.
Uh,
Mainly because it really helped me fill up my living Pokedex.
mm. I was gonna say,
You get Rayquaza. Or Rayquaza, whatever anybody calls it anymore. The green
The
Chinese
Quetzalcoatl.
dragon of doom
He's Quetzalcoatl.
and Deoxys
hey,
in the same arc.
he was in my rap. Or
What?
Rayquaza was in my rap because
Yeah.
he appears
Yeah,
on Emerald.
Quetzalcoatlus?
No, he's Quetzalcoatl.
Oh yeah, he is a coatl.
Yeah.
Quetzalcoatlus
yeah.
is the
Snake
is the
dragon thing.
flying
Yes.
reptile
Yeah.
named after Quetzalcoatl. More.
Yeah. Quetzalcoatlus
Yeah, Quetzalcoatl.
was like the largest flying animal to have ever lived.
Yes, it
But
was
it's
as
named
tall
after
as,
the
It was
yeah.
as tall of as a giraffe when it wasn't flying.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And then
That's a
it's
big
named after
boy.
the Aztec god of the sun,
Yes.
Quetzalcoatl.
Right. Which the D&D monster,
Which
the
makes sense,
Quaddle,
yes.
is based off of. The snake with wings.
Cool beans.
You know, 420. One of my players. So you know how like my UNT god is called Quetzal.
Yeah.
One of my players last week or 2 weeks ago finally put it together that Quetzal is a coatl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they finally put that all together.
I mean, I based some of my Yuan-Ti religion stuff off of what you had, so I agree.
Okay. What else do we got?
Okay, so we talked about the Pokemons, Fire Red, Leaf Green. We talked about Gold and Silver, which came out your year.
Mm-hmm.
For me,
I remember.
Go ahead.
Oh, I remember when Fire Red came out. I didn't know it was coming out, and I was on. We had to go to some fucking beauty pageant for my sister, like
Mhm.
a couple 100 miles away, and of course those things are like at malls.
Yeah.
So I just went wandering around the mall, found out
Mhm.
Fire Red was out, and spent my like road trip money on it, and just went back to the hotel and played Fire Red for like 3 days while my sister was at the beauty pageant. And it was wonderful.
I did that with Mystery Dungeon. Like we went on a road trip and we got some road trip money, and I blew it all on Mystery Dungeon, the first one.
That's a good one. Yeah, Red Rescue Team or Blue?
I was red because I played Pokemon
Good one.
Red, and my brother played Blue. I will say, funny story about Fire Red for me is Pokemon came out when the first year that I went down to Georgia to spend with my grandmother. So I got Pokemon Red.
Went down to Georgia.
We're both singing it.
So I got it and played it there, and then I got Pokemon Fire Red. I think it was the last time we went to Georgia, so it was like an end cap.
Oh man, did you play that fiddle good?
No, I don't know how to play a fiddle. I am a brass player, so you know. I know how to play the trumpet, trombone.
Actually, here, wait. No, you
baritone,
gotta put it like this.
tuba.
You still playing it.
If I was doing shots for
I'm more
popsicles,
of a banjo guy
I would be blacked out by
yeah.
now.
Well, if I was doing Mountain Dews, I'd be just
You'd have.
diabetes. Is that what you were gonna
I
say?
was about to say diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes.
I got a killer metabolism. Look at that. That's pure muscle right there.
I mean,
You need it. You
I'm
to
on my second
survive the
Dew.
Canadian winter.
Yeah, you do need it.
I will say, so as far as like first person shooters, I know Pan, this isn't your forte, but it's hard to compete with Halo 2 and Half-Life 2 in the same year. Now, granted, I will say the Doom fan in me wants to say Doom 3, but Doom 3 is also the freaking redheaded stepchild of Doom. Like, it's not the same. Doom 3 is more classified as a horror game along the lines of Fear or something like that, rather than your typical action shooter. Of course, we already talked about Killzone. Killzone was a good FPS at that time as well. And a little bit about Painkiller. Painkiller is also another FPS. But COD 4, pretty big one. But I don't think it eclipses Halo 2. Like, I think Halo 2 is one of the better Halos. If there are opinions about that. My favorite Halo is actually Reach, but I hear a lot of people say Halo 2 or Halo 3 is the pinnacle.
Everything is better than Halo 4.
Well,
Although,
that's not.
I will admit that the PvP in Halo 4 is pretty darn good. Although, then again, it
That's
just
the
feels
one
like
where
Call
they
of Duty,
introduced the
but
Call of
like
Duty
sci-fi.
perks. Yeah, they didn't do it right. But COD 4, now if I remember, COD 4 is just Modern Warfare, right? That's original Modern Warfare. Am I right, Morg, or no? What? Is that the ice cream truck?
Somebody is at the door.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the ice cream
No.
truck. I was like, Morg, you
I
already
also
have
thought it
ice
was an
cream.
ice cream truck.
Maybe it was because I stole from him and now his truck has come to
It's like a
haunt
horror
me.
movie hits after him. You just hears the ice cream music and
Yeah, I'm
like,
just sleeping
oh,
in bed,
shit,
be like,
gotta go.
I'm not safe. And then all of a sudden, through the wall,
You passed out on a
this
bed of
ice cream truck of
sticks.
demonic proportions. Yeah. It's like its lights are flaring at me
Okay,
angrily.
thank you.
Doo-doo.
Thank you, Cloud. Yeah.
And I'm like, no!
Cloud verified. That is the original Modern Warfare. Yeah. So that is a huge game. Revolutionized the modern shooter, I would say, the modern PvP shooter. It took it away from Halo, but it was Halo at its pinnacle. So that's a tough one to argue between those two particular. But I think Half-Life 2, also being in 2004, was kind of a rough one. Although, didn't you say Half-Life 1 was in yours? Or is it in 98?
Here, let me see. I think Half-Life was in 98.
Okay, so
Why
that
do I
would have
have
been, if you
this
pick
one
the other
up?
year,
That should not be
Half-Life
there.
would have been going up against itself. Which,
Yeah, that wouldn't have made much sense to do that. Yeah, let me see. In 98 it was Half-Life.
okay. So
you guys got the sequel.
I will say, now let me ask you this, Pam. Have you played The Third Age, Lord of the Rings: The Third Age? Morg, have you played this game?
I've heard about it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. It is the only JRPG I have on this list. That sounds weird,
Really?
being a Tolkien property, but it is a JRPG.
Huh.
Now, I'm not saying JRPG
No.
as in it was made in Japan. I'm saying turn-taking battle style versus, what
Like the OG Final Fantasies.
right. So you got Final Fantasy 8, Legend of Dragoon, and what's the other JRPG you have?
Final Fantasy 6 ported. Let me see what else we got.
Okay. Now, this is an uphill battle for Lord of the Rings: The Third Age with all those Final Fantasies.
Do we count Fire Emblem Sacred Stones as JRPG?
Is that the one?
Legend of Dragoon is also a JRPG.
Yeah, Legend of Dragoon is.
Yes, Legend of Dragoon is. Yeah.
Fire Emblem is a strategy RPG along the lines of XCOM.
Yeah, strategy RPG. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know, us video game people not having great terms. I guess we could define it based on what we had set on our original guidelines for our episodes.
Pokemon JRPG.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Pokemon is a JRPG.
But we took Pokemon out individually to talk about because let me sell you Lord of the Rings: The Third Age.
I know.
I hate Final Fantasy VIII. By the way, I played it. I despise it. It's too emo. It's too long.
Too emo. Too many feels. Too many wrist cutting. Oh my god.
Just shoot yourself with the gun already.
I'm so dark and depressed.
Yeah.
I need some metal.
Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I talked
Doll
about
me
this.
up, baby. I'm a little sissy boy.
I don't know if I talked about this last week or the week before, but I've talked about this recently where you play as the Fellowship of the Ring. You can play as the Hobbits or whatever, leveling up, getting abilities and that kind of thing. But it was actually really cool because it was an alternate story, but you didn't play as like Aragorn, Frodo and them. You played as people in Middle Earth doing side battles that were like alongside the Fellowship. And it was actually really cool, like story wise. So they got to play with it a little bit as far as story goes because you weren't following the direct books, you were following the world. It was more like a world building thing. So your final boss wasn't Sauron, it was Sauron's eye at the tower. So what they did is they say basically when the ring went down is when you could actually kill the eye or whatever. And you ended up being the ones that killed the eye. It's a little off, but here's the thing, Morg. Here's the thing. Why I will always advocate for Third Age. You beat this campaign as the Fellowship. You then get to play as the bad guys.
I like that.
You then get to play...
You should be able to play as the bad guys and have like an alternate reality.
You do.
Oh, wait. Wait, as like bad guys where you win?
Yes.
And then like win?
Yes.
And the Fellowship loses.
So.
Yeah.
You get to have orcs, goblins.
Oh, I like a game where the bad guys can win.
Wargs. Eventually you get a cave troll bard. Cave troll with giant bongos on him, and he played bongo music to buff his team. It was hilarious. What,
is he good with ballot sonnets and limericks?
I'm imagining. In my head, I imagined that Donkey Kong game.
Yeah, Donkey Konga. Konga. What? Sorry, I played a lot of that game. I still remember the whole drum sequence for Get Busy Child on that one. Anyways.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Lord of the Rings Third Age to me is one of my favorite JRPGs. It was a really good one. I don't think it sold very well though, because people are like, why would you play a Lord of the Rings JRPG? Like, that sounds dumb. But I'm like, no. You get to play as the cave trolls. You get to smash hobbits. It's fun.
That is so awesome.
But I don't
I actually want to play that game now.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's hard to for me, obviously Monster Hunter being this year, but also Legend of Zelda having 2 games. Granted, I don't think they're great games for Legend of Zelda. I don't really enjoy either one that much.
My husband's
You don't
about
like
to.
Minish Cap?
My husband's about to come in with the fury of 1,000 suns.
For which one? Or both of them?
Cap.
Minish Cap. It had cool puzzles. That's for sure.
Minish Cap is the only Zelda that he can stand to play, and he loves it.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! You mean to tell me
Now-
you never liked Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask or Twilight Princess
keep
or
trying
Phantom
to- I keep-
Hourglass or
Hold up. He doesn't like Ocarina of Time. If he doesn't like Ocarina of Time, he's not going to like Twilight Princess because that was basically a remake.
Majora's Mask?
Princess. I tried them all.
He says he tried Twilight Princess. He has not tried Majora's Mask, really.
I don't like.
No, he hasn't
Yeah, you
tried
probably
Majora's
hate that one.
I don't even like Majora's Mask myself.
He alleges that he put 10 hours into Majora's Mask. I don't remember this.
I put 6. I was done. Like
I'm still trying to beat my copy of it. I gave up on it a little while ago. It's just too hard.
I think it's funny, and the reason why I included this in the wrap for the Metroid, we got 2 Metroid games, and think how many times has that ever happened? We get 2 Metroid games, like never, right?
I can't. No.
That's not even. How often do we get Metroid games? First of all, second of all, Prime 2 is fairly good. I've played it. I've never played Zero Mission, but Zero Mission is a remake of 2. Or it is 2. I don't know. Do what?
2 Metroid games in the same year.
My husband says
Yeah.
Metroid
Metroid
Zero Mission
games
is a
are really
remake
rare.
of 1.
1. Okay, that's right.
1.
1. And for some reason I wrote it down as Zero Mission, like it's a Cheerio. Why did I add an I?
Honey Nut Zeros. I love them. Hey, it's because maybe Cheerios are shaped like a zero? Honey Nut Zeros?
Pikmin 2 for strategy RPGs. Pikmin 2 is amazing. It's my least favorite Pikmin, but I like it. Pikmin 3 is my favorite.
Yeah, I can see that. I honestly like. So I like a lot of the things they did in Pikmin 3, especially with the Switch remake.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, I did everything in the Switch remake during quarantine last year. Everything.
I never touched the story. We only my daughter and I only did like the challenges together.
Oh yeah, I did the story, and then I did hard mode on the story for a while, and I just couldn't beat the boss at the end in hard mode, and I kind of gave up because
I would have no desire to
I
do that
did.
in hard mode.
It was in quarantine, and my son was back in daycare, and I still didn't feel like I had enough time to do that.
Yeah, no, that final boss.
Oh, wow.
sucks. No,
That final boss sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's just not fun. I realized I was like mid-fight, I was just like, I'm not having fun, and I turned the game off and I went and bought Darkest Dungeon.
Yep.
I'd rather play an easier game than this. Let's go to the Darkest Dungeon.
Which was in my backup year.
Oh my
2016.
god.
Darkest Dungeon was in that year. I will say, Pikmin 2, and I lumped it together. Warlords Battlecry 3. Battlecry 3 is not a very well known game, but it is an RTS, and it is very weighs heavily on Warcraft 3's idea of, which obviously is post Warcraft 3 because we got World of Warcraft this year, but it's very much based on a hero unit that you level up and keep between battles. So you played a character that had different armies, and you could actually have different armies. You could say, okay, I'm going to play with the Minotaur army or the whatever. It's also very high fantasy. It's actually where I got some of my ecology ideas for Minotaurs, because they had ziggurats and stuff for their battle stuff and a bunch of slaves and stuff. It was really cool as far as like concept wise. This game is really fun because you also got to have spellcasters. You could have like a spellcaster hero, and you could actually go and learn spells. So you'd actually go and like complete quests with these special like in RTS games you'll find like, oh, a mining resource or whatever. You'll have like a quest resource, and you could go complete a quest and you would get something for it. And you actually equipped your heroes with new gear and stuff. So it was like an RPG mixed with an RTS. It was actually really cool. And my favorite mode was Assassination, which is the whole point was just to kill the enemy's unit. That's it. That's all you had to do. Didn't have to worry about killing their bases or all their units or anything. You had those modes too, but for an RTS, having a quick resolution of just killing their guy was a good one. Other games have implemented a similar mode. I have seen it. Age of Empires 2 that my brother and I have been playing off and on has that, where you can just kill certain commander unit or something.
Kill the king or whatever.
Kill the hero and stuff. Yeah.
So this is the first one.
I like that a lot.
I noticed that a lot. X-Men Legends obviously is a amazing game.
Back to strategy games. What about Fire Emblem?
Sorry, strategy games. Yeah. Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say on this one, unfortunately. I never played this one.
Fire Emblem Sacred Stones is awesome. I don't care for some of the story in it,
Sure.
but well, the story has like branching paths, and some of the branches like are a little nonsensical to me. But it's a lot of fun, and there were a lot of sort of quality of life changes that they made for Sacred Stones from Fire Emblem. Like, I'm going to say OG Fire Emblem. I don't actually mean the SNES Fire Emblem. I mean the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Anyways, Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, one of the things they did was, so in the original Fire Emblem, when your like hero units got to level 10, you could basically upgrade them to a new class, and then they would have their prestige class. In Sacred Stones, when you upgrade them to a prestige class, you can choose one of two options. So, for example, like, if you got like a mage, you can either upgrade them to be like an archmage, and then they can do like a lot more powerful spells and a lot higher attack and defense, or they can be a mage, or they can
Would
be
you like some volume with that? Here, 1 second.
I don't know what just happened.
He's blowing his nose. I don't know why.
Okay, or you can instead of becoming an archmage, you can basically give them an upgrade so that they're like a warrior mage, and they're on a horse, and then they have like 3 times the movement speed, and it's always the better option no matter what.
Oh, okay.
I like that. That's actually really cool.
Having played a Fire Emblem game, I understand that, yes. Movement is huge in that game.
Also, one of my favorite things in it is Pegasus Knights. They're basically, it's a knight on a Pegasus, and they have tons and tons of movement, and they don't take terrain penalties, but they are very resistant to magic, but they are squishy as hell.
Yes, especially to archers. So your Pegasus Knights, you can upgrade them to either be basically they can have an alicorn. Is that what a flying unicorn is? I call it Pegacorn. That makes sense to me. But it's actually My Little Pony that actually said the alicorn first, to my knowledge, and that's become more popular. Go figure.
Okay, well, Pegacorn. So in original Fire Emblem, you upgrade a Pegasus Knight, and then they have an alicorn instead of a Pegasus or a Pegacorn, and they're a little less squishy. Okay.
I say it because it's a Pegasus and a unicorn, but whatever.
I
guess you could say
Pegacorn.
I'd rather have Pegacorn than Unicus.
No pegging.
The Unicus sounds worse to me.
Nope, I'm not. I'm done. Anyways, so they get an alicorn.
Yeah.
But in Sacred Stones, if you upgrade a Pegasus Knight, instead of giving him an alicorn, you can give him one of those worms, a wyvern.
Oh, nice.
And the thing with the Wyvern Knights is that they're tanky as hell, but they're really vulnerable to magic. But if they spend their first 10 to 20 levels as a Pegasus Knight, they get all the magic resistance you want.
Oh.
And because their magic resistance stat goes up a bunch. But then then they get their prestige class of like Wyvern Knight, and they're just unstoppable monsters, and it's wonderful.
Interesting. That actually kind of sounds interesting. Like, I actually enjoyed Three Houses quite a bit as far as like gameplay goes, so I might look back at this game if I ever run out of games.
It's got a really like I said, there's a really interesting story to it, but some of the different branching decisions you go off on it are stupid.
I'm thinking more for the gameplay.
Oh yeah, the gameplay is tight and wonderful, and I go back and replay this game occasionally. I just love it.
I didn't have much of a opinion about Fire Emblem until I played the Three Houses because I played it for our first episode of Bickering Bucks on the show, and yeah, I actually kind of enjoy it as far as like strategy RPG goes. If as long as there's no permadeath, I don't play with permadeath. I'm not a fan of that. No.
Well, you just restart the level over
I
and over.
think-
I mean, I play where when I play Fire Emblem, I play it for keeps, and if a character dies, I just restart the level.
Well,
It takes me forever to clear the game.
see, I started out with permadeath, but I didn't like that when someone in the story dies with permadeath, it doesn't fit for me.
They still
Right.
are part of the dialogue.
They're still part of the dialogue, they're still there, but they're unusable as a unit.
See the
Yeah. Oh man, it's
in,
so funny.
in the two
Maybe
the
they're
two Game Boy
talking in the
Advance
spirit world.
in the two Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem games, if someone who is like necessary for the story to proceed dies, then it's game over and you have to restart.
Well, the problem with Three Houses
It should
is
be like
just,
that.
like every beginning unit in your house is necessary to the story in some way. So, I could see it was a problem, but I
Nah,
restarted the save with
what?
no permadeath,
So-
and I felt much better about it.
Yeah, in the
So
there's like 3 or 4 characters who are necessary for the plot, and if they die, then you have to restart. But that's it.
Okay. I remember what turned me off of Fire Emblem is my friend let me borrow Radiant Dawn on the GameCube. Yeah, it's the one that's like worth like $300 right now for some reason.
Yeah, I went to. I'm kicking myself to this day for not getting it back when it was current and $60 new.
Yeah, right. So I played it and I got this like young lass, and I was like, oh, she's got such a cool story. She's trying to save her dad. She immediately dies in my next battle. Story over. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I packed it up and I gave it back to my friend the next day. Like, he's like, did you even play it? Because he gave it to me that day. I went home that night and played it on my GameCube, and then I came back. Actually, it was my Wii, and I gave it back to him, and he was like, did you play it? I was like, yeah, I played it. It sucks. Here you go. I'm done. I am just not a fan of permadeath. I wasn't for a long time, actually. It took Darkest Dungeon for me to get used to permadeath.
well, I mean, if they're part of the narrative, are they still technically dead?
Well,
Or are they just
this
like
was a side
Gandalf, where it's like,
character,
I
so had-
died, but
I
I
had
came
failed
back
the total-
stronger.
In
Now I'm a
Radiant,
narrator.
in Radiant Dawn, this was a side character, so they weren't important to the story. But I wanted to see where this little side mission went, is the problem. And I was just like, I can't handle not knowing, so I'm just not. So, yeah.
So X-Men Legends.
Yes, X-Men Legends. X-Men Legends is a really stellar game. There are a lot of games have tried to redo this. Like, I think the recent Marvel Avengers has tried to redo this formula. Let me tell you what. It's Diablo without loot. This is what this kind of game is. It's more about the progression of RPG, like progression of character and abilities, rather than the loot. But it is the same style of game. Which, you know, it's more about the RPG aspect of leveling up your character, like I said. Whereas Diablo's the other way around. I enjoyed this game.
Yep.
It's a very good multiplayer game. I don't think I enjoy this kind of game by myself, which is I don't really play these kind of things anymore. But it was a stellar game that we bought, the three of us, at a Walmart, and my brother and a friend and I played through it in one day, and it was amazing.
I remember, so I played X-Men Legends a long, long time ago with my sister, and my brother may have played it a little with us as well. I don't remember, but played it. Very fond memories of playing it with my sister. And then in college, it may have been for my husband's birthday, boyfriend at the time. May have been for one of his birthdays or something. But we had like 4 or 5 people over at his parents' place, and we just like stayed up till like 4 a.m. playing X-Men. Or no, it was Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which is the same game as X-Men Legends.
Yes.
This story is invalid. It was a great time.
Yeah, that is.
It was a great time playing
It's the
Marvel
same
Ultimate
style
Alliance
of-
till 4 a.m.
It is the same style of game, though. It is the exact same
But
style.
X-Men Legends was great.
Yeah,
I really,
different roster.
really liked it.
I think
And I was
X-Men
really happy that it
Legends
had Nightcrawler.
was the first one
Mhm.
like this, though. It started that genre of, like, not really the genre, because Diablo is more of a predecessor to it, because Diablo was, like, what, 98? But
The original Diablo, I think. Here, wait, I've actually got it down. Here, let me see. When did Diablo
Pretty
first
sure it
come
was
out?
98.
It was 98. I don't see it. Here,
mean, I
where
can
are
just-
you, Diablo? First Diablo.
Google.
Oh, 96!
Yeah, no, okay, 96.
96 was when Diablo first came. Yep.
97.
Oh, I should have picked 96!
is
Damn
what
it!
I'm saying.
96 was a good year, too.
Yeah, whatever.
That was when Heroes of Might and Magic 2, one of my all-time favorite strategy games, came out.
Anyways,
That's a real fun one. I loved that one. Did anybody ever play Heroes of Might and Magic 2? Am I the only
I
one?
may have a long
Maybe?
time ago, but I don't remember it.
Playing
Playing
as the Warlock was probably the most fun.
I played one of the Heroes of Might and Magic. I don't know which one.
There was magic in the title of the game, so it was of the devil, and I wasn't allowed to play it.
I'm sorry, Pam.
Does your mother not believe in white mages? In white magic?
No.
Doing good? You know?
To her,
No!
those are Ku
No,
Klux
no.
Klan members.
It's all witchcraft evil? God damn it! I'm gonna go over to your mom's house and I'm gonna give her like a sage cleansing, just and put crystals all around her house and lay a
I would
salt
love to
ring
watch
around
that.
her. And they'll
I'd
be
love to
like,
watch
now
that,
you
but I'm
are
not-
imprisoned.
I'd love to watch that, but I haven't been within a couple miles of her in several years. So
So,
I will litter her house with rainbow tourmaline. She will be forever trapped in her views.
make it private like formalin, for God's sake, please do.
And point my quartz
Moving
wand
on.
at her and be
do
like,
you have
ah!
we've talked a lot about games on our
Evildoer, be
list.
gone!
Is there a game on
Let's talk
your
about
list?
your list, Morg.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's talk about my list. A fun list. Alrighty. 99. Okay. Unreal Tournament. Okay.
Unreal
Where
Tournament.
do we even begin with Unreal Tournament?
That's
Zan Krigor.
a good one.
Insane fight. Oh my god. Yeah. Some of the weapons in that game were just absolutely insane. You had like a radioactive gun that would shoot radioactive sludge in an arc. You had the pulse rifle, which had, excuse me, which had like two types of fire. So the first one, it would shoot a beam, and the secondary fire, it shoots like this giant plasma ball. And what I didn't realize until like later in the game was if you fired the plasma ball and then you shot a beam at the ball, it would create a massive explosion that would kill everything in it.
Nice.
Oh my god, it was insane. And you also got like this awesome disc launcher that allows you, if you aim it at somebody's head or like just at the neck
Yeah, it was
level
an
with the
auto-kill.
disc, you
Yeah.
could decapitate them.
Yeah.
It was- yeah, pretty much. And you could, and the awesome thing was that they bounce off the walls, so you could fire it around a corner, and you could like litter the wall with like these discs bouncing towards somebody, and they'd be like, "Oh shit, I gotta get out of here, or I'm dead," or
Yeah.
"Oh my god," like. Yeah, there was a lot going on in that game that made it so fun. And there were like unique missions where there were like specific objectives that you had to complete. Like there would be like a siege where there would be like the defenders, and then there would be the attackers, and then you had to complete those objectives or prevent the opposite team from completing them. Had a whole bunch of other games in it that were really good as well. But in particular, I remember Zan Krigor being especially difficult at the very end. Holy shit. There was DLC for the game as well, where you could play as like one of the Scars, which were like these aliens, whatever. And then there was another one. It was a really funny one where you could play as a space cow with the gun on your like straddled on your back. It was It was so funny. Oh my
So,
god, it was
to
amazing.
explain pain,
Oh,
Unreal Tournament's
just-
gameplay was
I
the
wanna play it again now.
original, not the original, but it was like the original arena shooters. It was sort of like the
I was about
pinnacle
to
of
ask.
arena shooters.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
this sounds like Grandpa Team Fortress, which is Grandpa PUBG,
It very
Yes,
much is like it is like Team Fortress
which
a
is
lot.
Grandpa whatever the kids are into these days.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess you could say that
Fortnite!
PUBG and Fortnite are arena shooters, but they're a little bit of a spin on it. They're Hunger Games arena shooters, which I really like. But
Fortnite, that was the one I was trying to remember.
Fortnite. I would
Yeah.
say that they didn't start this genre, but Unreal Tournament was the pinnacle in those days of that genre, which
Yes.
eventually Halo picked up on. That's what Halo was known for, is being sort of like the magnum opus of that genre up until the recent ones.
Including having it where it's like humans versus aliens.
Yeah.
That's kind of essentially
There-
what
there
Unreal
was
is
a
all
lot
about.
of these games in these days too. A lot. It was like sort of like the multiplayer
Yeah.
shooter to be. Like GoldenEye multiplayer was this.
Oh, yes.
Turok Wars. The original Turok multiplayer.
Donkey
games.
Kong had an arena
Donkey
shooter mode.
Kong, yes.
God, that
Donkey Kong 64.
So,
Oh my god, the
speaking of
coconut
that-
gun.
Donkey Kong 64. We were talking about the DK rap earlier because I was doing a rap
God,
today.
yes.
I 100% love the DK rap. I love
Oh
it.
my
But
god.
walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells. There you go. That's it. That's all I got for you.
Oh my
But
god, yes.
that game,
Yeah.
however,
Oh my god. Chunky
I
Kong
love
is
it.
so awesome too.
I love it, Morg, but it is the excess of what Banjo-Kazooie was.
It is so heavy on collecting bananas. It is
Yeah.
absolutely insane. It is so bad for that. And you had to constantly change characters in order to be able to get
That's what I
all the
hated.
different colors of bananas because you couldn't
Yeah.
play as the one character and get them all. So you had to play as everybody. The boss fights were so unique. Oh my god! Like you fought a pteranodon in like a lava pit, whatever it was. There was like a Jack in the Box that you
I
had to
hated
fight
that
on,
fucking
like on
Jack in
top
the
of these
Box.
platforms that you had to jump across
It was
all over the place.
Spooky.
That Jack
That
in the
guy
Box
took
gave
me
me
forever to
anxiety.
beat. He was so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, yeah, especially when his box
When he
comes
turns
jumping
invisible?
all over the place and then he squishes you. Yeah, that part was really, really, really hard. He was actually probably one of the most difficult fights he had to beat. But when you fight the Pteranodon as Chunky Kong, I think the first one was Diddy, and then the second one was Chunky. When you play as Chunky, you just grow up into about the size of the
Not a
Pteranodon. You go up to him
Pteranodon,
and you
it's a
just start
dragonfly.
Wailing on him. It is the funniest
Oh
shit.
yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
was it a
Dragon with
dragonfly?
It was a dragon with dragonfly wings.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember a
Yeah, okay.
Pteranodon.
So I must have
I
confused
do
that.
remember a Pteranodon in Banjo.
I could have sworn it
2.
was.
Banjo 2 he had Pteranodons.
Okay. Okay, so then I might have confused the two.
They were
Because
about
I do
the same
remember
time.
playing both.
Yeah.
But
They're
yeah, it
called
was really...
Doggonauts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
So
Oh, man. And K. Rool at the very end. Kind of interesting.
yeah,
Really weird fight.
that was the boxing
liked
one,
it.
right? The one where you had to box with him. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to beat. Yeah, you were in the boxing ring and you had to beat the crap out of him. Oh my god! I think you had to actually use all the different Kongs in order
You
to
did.
beat him,
Yes. you
which
did.
made it really tricky. Yeah, it was a really, really tricky fight.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It-
I like the free for all battles where you can play with other people and it was really, really fun. Oh my god. I can't remember if you could play as Diddy Kong and get like his jetpack in the arena, but I know that there were a couple of like little mini games where you had to play as Diddy Kong with the jetpack. That was hard, especially with the analog stick.
Yes.
If the controls were a lot better, it would be a lot more fun. But it was really fun all the same.
Yeah.
Let me see. What else do we have here on the list? Age of Empires 2. I remember playing this a lot in junior high.
I've
It was a
been
really
playing
fun
this.
game.
Chauncey
So
and I have
damn
been playing
hard,
this
too.
on Tuesdays, like currently. Well, there's like He's been wanting to play an RTS, and this is the one he picked. I suck at it. I really suck at it. Anyone who plays against me is able to make 6 times the units that I'm able to make in the same amount of time because I don't understand time management whatsoever. But
yeah, it is. It's definitely about time management. It's about like making sure that you have enough settlers in order to be able to gather resources, and then you those kinds of games are largely about economy. So
and then
if
rush.
you're able to
Aztecs, rush age 3, get priests, go collect all the relics, and then you have all the gold you need for the rest of the game.
Nice.
And that's another thing that's essential about RTSs is a build order. Yeah.
I like to rush.
The essential thing about a lot of RTSs is being able to...
I like to rush. Well, that's why I like Warlords Battlecry 3 a lot, because you didn't have to worry about that as much. Like, you could turtle, and it was a viable strategy. But with Age of Empires 2, I actually like to rush the college or the university, because that would upgrade your walls, and I like to wall things in and put towers up and turtle. That's what I like to do. Put castles everywhere. I have been like I said, I have been currently playing this game. There's a remake of it, and it's good. It's the first time I played this version. I remember more playing. This is Age of Empires, right? Age of Empires 2. I remember playing Empire Earth more, which was the one where you went through more ages and future ages and stuff. But this one's a lot more compact. Like, you only have 4 ages.
I think it starts with like Stone Age, and then it goes into like Bronze, and then so on.
That's Age
I
of
can't remember
Empires
if it's
1.
this one or. Okay, yeah. So this one, it's like I think you start.
You start in the early medieval, and then you proceed up.
I think you work up to the feudal.
Yeah. You
like
start
an
in like
imperial age,
medieval, and then you get up to the imperial era. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Korea is also really good Civ because they have the best towers.
Now that I'm interested in. I might have to play Korea.
Yeah, it's always really nice to. It's always a good idea to like check out like what all the different strengths of each of the different civilizations or races that you play as are. So in that way you kind of get like a good sense of like what people.
Well, the thing is,
because you'll want to know what your opponent's strengths are.
My brother and I play random, so we just go fly with it and figure out what they're good at in the loading screen, essentially. So, and there's a lot of civilizations. There's like at least 15, right? Like it's.
I think they added for the remakes as well.
Yeah, like there's
crap. They always add a little bit more. Yeah.
Like the last one I think I played, I was the Moors.
Yeah.
Like, I had like better fishing boats.
The Saracens were in that.
Yeah. I think it was the Moors that had
better. The rain in Spain is ready to bring the pain. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, no, that's a good entry.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's an excellent one. Let me see. Silent Hill. Oh my god. Oh, where do we even begin with Silent Hill? Crazy ass horror.
Yeah.
The bullets rarely work.
Psychological.
It's a crazy game.
Yeah.
Avoid the guy with
pyramid head.
Avoid the guy with the pyramid head with the massive sword at all cost. Yeah, just do it. Just run. That's all I can say. Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Now, I will admit that Heroes of Might and Magic 2 is my favorite of the series, but Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is actually really, really darn good because it actually has, like, moving units. Like, they actually have, like, motion cycles. Okay. Rather than in Heroes of Might and Magic 2, where it is
static,
stationary polygon, like, stationary sprites, and like they only like move whenever they attack or get hit or move around the map. But yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, it's a really good game. I would say that probably Necromancer is probably my favorite for Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Might and Magic 2, Warlock, all the way. Because it's got all the Greek mythological creatures. Awesome stuff. Let me see. Super Smash Bros.
Yeah,
I
we talked
played this
about
game
that,
with my
yeah.
brother so often.
I actually don't
it's
like
just-
the original one. The
It
original
has a
one
really
didn't
small
do it for
roster,
me.
but I like it. Really? Is it? Does it have to do something with the fact that like the characters are all like polygony, or is it like the
No.
small roster?
Partially
The
the small
hitboxes?
roster, because
They bad?
I didn't identify with any of them until we unlocked a Luigi. Like, I didn't,
Oh.
you know, like I guess I liked Pikachu at the time, but I would play with my friends
Oh.
and stuff, and I was just like, I don't know, I don't like the way Pikachu plays. Like, I don't like playing a light
Oh my
character
god.
that much. But
And
ever
his upbeat is tough.
well,
He is so fast, and his down B is insane. I love it.
yeah,
You can just like literally just hover over somebody and then be like, "Pika!" and just go past it and watch the lightning bolt just travel down while you're going this way onto
he had
somebody.
his
Oh
strengths,
man,
but
it's
you
so
would
funny.
just die. The problem is, like, my brother liked to play Donkey Kong, right? And he would do this thing
Ooh.
where he would focus me in these 4-player battles with my 2 friends, and he would just do the thing where Donkey Kong carries you
Yeah.
off the cliff, and he'd always be like, "Daddy!" and he'd grab me and jump off the cliff, and he was playing like Donkey Kong Jr.
My brothers got seriously
Pretty
offended
bastard.
with me when I told them that their favorite character, Samus, was a girl.
Oh no! Yeah. Hey,
That
Samus
made
is
them
awesome.
that made them a
So
sport that was thrown around a lot back in those days at that age.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was. I didn't know Samus was a girl until, yeah. Well, after
also-
64.
she's the dumb.
They also said I wasn't allowed to play as Ness when they were playing as Samus.
Oh, because of the energy.
His down
capture.
B.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, my brothers were
thunder.
whenever they started losing to me at video games. Okay, Morg?
No, yeah. It's the
Yeah.
usual little kid thing, though. They get mad. Real mad.
They're my big
Oh my
brothers.
god. Yeah, it's really funny when they like get really pissed off. You're like, "Don't do it!"
These are like
And
teenage
then you do it anyways, and they're like,
losing to a 12-year-old.
I got really mad at my brother for stuff in Melee, because my brother's always just been better at fighting games. Like,
My brothers are 5 and 10 years older than me. So if I was 10 and 11, they were 16 and 21.
"Oh
boy.
man." I just do everything I can to try and stay alive as possible in fighter games because it's just impossible for me to win. Oh man, especially in Smash Bros. Like I'm not even focusing on trying to win. I'm just trying to stay alive and trying to play hard to get. And they're all like, "Get back here!" And I'm like, "No, no, don't touch me!" Oh man, oh my god. Yeah, Pikachu was definitely one of my top favorites. Although Yoshi was good for the memes.
I did enjoy
that-
Yoshi. I will
Especially when he kicks his little legs when he gets up.
Now,
Oh
I
my
didn't-
god.
I didn't like
love
this
Yoshi.
one a lot.
He's
but
so
I
good.
loved Melee. Like, I was down to get Melee. So
Melee is a great one. Melee's an excellent game. Let me see. Legend of Dragoon. Okay, this game is awesome. The soundtrack on it is fantastic. The characters are super cool. The fact that you can have like the ability to be able to just you have like a base human form and you've got like your range of combos and attacks and whatever. But when you turn into your dragoon form, you get access to spells and you've got like these awesome like wings or whatever and like a whole range of other weird weapons and attacks that you can use and
now,
it's really awesome. And the bosses are pretty crazy too.
I always
Mhm.
get this and Legend of Legaia confused. Now, is Legaia the one where you got to craft your
Oh.
combos?
Well, I think so, because I know for a fact that in Legend of Dragoon, there's like button combinations to like certain combos that you'd have to do. So like you would actually have to have like reactions to like certain button patterns that would come up onto the screen, and you'd have to time them perfectly, so that way you could do more damage with them. And then I think there was a type of bomb that you could get in the game where if you answered this one guy's questions correctly, you could button mash to make it so that the bomb would actually do more damage rather than a fixed amount. And because we had a turbo controller, we could always max out the damage that we did with that bomb if we had answered all the questions correctly. Yeah. And it was fantastic, especially against Melbufama at the very end, which I think had like 4 stages to his fight, where he would like transform after you've like reduced his health in the first stage, and the second stage, third stage, and it just, what a crazy fight that guy was. And I remembered like his first form, he had a whole bunch of these tentacles, whatever. And I remembered somebody was trying to give us advice on how to beat him, and then he was like, his weak spot is the testicles. You have to hit them there. And we're like, the what? He's like, I meant to say tentacles. And we're like, haha, right, the testicles, eh? You know, whatever. And then so we're like,
no shit,
aim for the crotch. Get him in the testicles.
Hey, it works for most.
It was
males.
real funny. Oh my god. Usually it does. Yeah, like the pain will just travel up in your kidneys, and then your diaphragm, and then your lungs, and then all of a sudden your arms hurt, and you're like,
you feel like you want to puke.
And then you just collapse.
It's just,
yeah, I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh,
yeah.
But anyways,
it's
yeah,
an excruciating pain. I have felt it many times. Yes, especially in grade school.
Yeah,
where every girl that liked me would kick me in the nuts. I was very bad. I was very bad with girls at that time, man. Very bad.
Apparently.
I like you, but I don't want to have kids. Here's a contraceptive. Bang. Falls over.
It's more like, I like you, and
God.
I would, in a not very socially aware way, insult them and figure out, oh, she actually liked me. Cool.
Oops. Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it was all grade school stuff, so whatever.
Yeah. It's the only time when girls like you anyways, because then all of a sudden in high school they get all high and mighty. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I was married
They'll like
once,
you forever.
Okay?
Anyways.
One girl liked me for a little bit, right?
Oh my god. Moving on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so I actually haven't gotten a chance to play Baldur's Gate, Tales of the Sword Coast, and since it's a 98 game, I'm not going to count it on this list. So I'm going to move on to Spyro 2. Okay, so I'm basing this off of like having played the Reignited edition.
Me too.
Spyro's good.
Spyro
it's
1
awesome.
originally.
Like,
I never played
what
2.
is there really wrong with Spyro?
I played Spyro 2 before I played Spyro 1, and I thought Spyro 1 sucked.
Spyro 2, I think, was the better version of the game. But, I mean, like, my cousins, I think, had it on their PlayStation.
Yeah. So, back when I was a kid, I thought it sucked. Nowadays, I think it's great. I had Spyro Reignited, played the shit out of it for a couple weeks, like last year around Christmas.
It's amazing.
I don't want that game on my Switch because it takes up more than triple the space of any other game. And I don't know why.
It's massive.
Yeah, that's why it's not on my Switch either.
Why? They're
I have it on
games. What the fuck, Sony?
I don't know.
Insomniac, whoever the hell made this game. Like, what the fuck? Figure out your compression.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What the fuck happened there, man? I know.
That's why that.
You just reminded me that I
put everything on a portable hard drive, and I have it on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a giant SD card in Switch that I got from my old job.
Oh, nice. I actually had to buy SD cards for my Monster Hunter Switch and the girls' Switches, so I spent like a lot of money on 3 SD cards recently.
Oh man, yeah. At my old job, at the phone shop, because like people would just like leave their phones and never come back for them sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, and after 90 days, it's our shit. So I just went into the abandoned phones bin and found like the biggest SD card I could find and got that for my Switch.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to wonder, like, where can I get my hands on a decent sized SD card? And then, like, how do you transfer that stuff over without it getting corrupted or the game?
There's a utility in
like
the
Switch thinking, oh, it's something
you just
wrong
put the
with this card.
No, the Switch, you can just like Bluetooth it over to the other Switch.
Yeah.
Or internet download.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I did.
Oh wait, I
having
can't
to-
actually transfer it over like from physical disc to physical.
You
sorry, from
can,
physical
but if you're
card
worried
to
about
physical
corrupting
card?
it,
Yeah.
if you're worried about corrupting it, just
I'll think
download
about
it. Although you have wild Canadian internet, I forgot.
that's true. Yeah, it's true. He does
Yes,
have
rural
to do the
Canadian
daily
internet
sacrifice
is
of maple syrup
terrible.
to get his internet to run.
The great moose god. It has to be pleased, or otherwise we get terrible internet.
Yes.
Oh, great!
Build an
Please,
effigy for him out of your
offering.
popsicle sticks.
I will say
Maybe I will. I'll build a hat with antlers on it.
I will say I didn't enjoy
Does
Spyro
this please
2.
you, my lord?
What did you enjoy or not enjoy?
I did not enjoy Spyro 2, but I love Spyro 1. And it's actually where I get I say Ganasty Gnorks all the time, and that's from Spyro. And it took me a long time to recognize where I said that from. It's like, yeah, that's why I always thought that Nasty had a G in front of it, a silent G, because of Spyro.
Yeah.
So like I would always spell it wrong.
It's gnarly.
Ganasty Gnorks.
Gnarly.
Because they have put Gnorks instead of orcs. So yeah. That's what Spyro did to me.
So are they nasty Norks or Ganasty Gnorks or are they Asti Orcs?
They're pronounced as nasty Norks in Reignited.
I think in the
Nice.
original one they said Ganasty though. I think they did.
Ganasty.
Ganasty Gnorks. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Here's another game that okay, so I'm just gonna I don't know. Should we talk about Dino Crisis?
Dino Crisis
Shall we?
is fucking amazing. I want to see another Dino
Yes.
Crisis. That is another Capcom lost IP that needs to come back. I mean, Pan, have you ever seen this? It's Resident Evil with dinosaurs.
Essentially
joke.
so, yeah.
Neat.
There's a cheat, not a cheat. There's a weird situation in which you can get. It's a bug actually that ended up being like a famous thing, famous run for this game. Is the very first raptor can tear off your arm, and you can play with one arm the rest of the game.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, Dino Crisis 2
That
is also amazing, but I like 2 a lot more than 1. But 1 is very much Resident Evil with dinosaurs instead of zombies, like key cards, same tank controls, but you're just running away from T-Rexes and Velociraptors instead of zombies, and it's amazing.
It's like the Jurassic Park that should have been is what it has me thinking of.
Yeah,
'Cause,
it's
oh
a
my
great-
god, imagine what they could have done with the Jurassic Park games if it was like Dino Crisis.
Yeah, no doubt. Although
Just
Evolution, the park builder, Jurassic Park, really good. They're really good, and I got it for free.
Chaos Island was also really, really good.
And Warpath.
And I
which
think
the
there
fighter.
was another game, I can't remember. And then there was another one, I believe, where you played as a character in a platforming style, where you had to go through all these different
That was the
obstacles
SNES
and
one.
avoid dinosaurs and whatnot. I think it was based off of the third. Yeah, I can't remember what it was like, but it was a weird one, and I remembered also playing it on PC as well.
Yeah.
Might be a different one. There
So
were a
Dino
couple,
Crisis,
multiple,
Do you,
but I don't remember the name of it. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
what's some more of them? We got to get through them. We're getting long in
Okay.
the tooth.
Okay, Harvest Moon 64. Okay, farmer
Okay.
game. Awesome. It's on the 64.
I have talked at length
Man,
about this
you
game.
know
It's
about this
wonderful. You gotta play it. If you like Stardew Valley, go play it.
Mhm.
I
It's
played
Grandpa
it.
Stardew Valley.
I played that remake at least. whatever it was.
Mhm.
Friends of Mineral Town, another
Yeah.
great entry in the series, but Harvest Moon 64, if you can believe it, is way more about your relationships with the rest of the town than farming.
Might like that better.
Gotta build those good relationships. You know, hey,
Yeah,
socialization. It's
I
the
had to be in
key.
the
It's a
right
fundamental to having a good community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I like that.
What else? What else, Morg?
Let me see. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. It's essentially Street Fighter, but it also has Marvel characters in it, and they were executed very, very well. Especially when you had characters like Cyclops, Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk. I don't remember if they
This
had
year is already
Thor
winning
in it.
in
I think that might have
fighters.
been in a later
Yeah.
one, or maybe that was
Yeah.
in Mugen. Yeah, it's just tons of them, tons of them. Croc 2. Now, I had this on
Kapow,
PC,
kawak,
and this game
kasplat.
was really, really fun. It was so good. Yeah. 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 Splat. Anyways, yeah, and I remembered like because like the file would constantly get corrupted, I would have to fight the first boss over and over and over again, and I would try and have to find ways to speed run the game in order to be able to progress further enough to be able to get to the next zone. But yeah, it was a really good game. I liked fighting even though I would just fight the octopus boss over and over and over again, it was still a really fun game. And I think there was a part where I had to travel downhill with a snowball, like running down it, whatever. But yeah, it was a really fun game, and I really wish that I had a working copy of it and I could play more of it, because it was a really, really good game when I was playing as a kid. Really,
explain-
it left a pretty good impression on me, even though the file constantly got corrupted.
To explain Pan, it's more like a Mario 64 game, where you play as a
Yeah, it's
crocodile.
very Mario 64.
So
Yeah, and it's really, really cool. It's a really, really fun game. And then there were these things called gobos, which are like little fuzzy, whatchamacall. It's like, they look like the, what's that Yu-Gi-Oh creature? The little card where it's like a little
Oh, I
brown
was
furry thing
Karibo.
with like shoes
Yeah,
and little
Karibo.
It's a
eyes on it.
Karibo.
Karibo.
Yeah, they look like Karibos. Yeah,
I
it's
know this 'cause
essentially
of little
you
Karibo.
live in a village with a bunch of Karibos. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. It's so funny. And so like you're essentially like the protector for all these different villages inhabited by fuzzy little Karibos. It's an adorable game. Love it. Let me see. Soul Calibur, we know about that game very much, and it has a whole bunch of third-party fighters in it that are constantly added to it, like Zelda, Darth Vader,
The
a
fuck,
bunch of other
Morg.
ones. Final Fantasy 6
Zelda
and
was
8.
not in Soul Calibur.
What? What?
Link, yeah,
Oh, sorry. Link from Zelda.
The fuck,
Yes.
Morg.
yeah. But that was Soul
Link
Calibur
was a
too.
trap for a while, okay? You know, it's
I will
easy to
say
confuse
Soul
him with being a
Calibur
lady
is
sometimes.
very much the guest fighter series. That's very true. But I don't think that started in Soul Calibur 1. That started with 2.
I was gonna say, I think
Yeah, that
Smash is
started
the
with
guest
2.
fighter series now.
True.
It is.
Very
It
much
is.
true,
Like,
yeah.
oh my god, there's so many characters in it now.
'Cause,
God,
yeah,
we need to get Oh my
So many
god, we need to
third-party
get Nightmare in Smash Bros.
there you go.
Yes.
I mean, Nightmare would
Yes.
be the better
ultimate
option,
collaboration.
or Sophitia, because they're the more known characters. I would
Yeah.
go for
Yeah.
Lizard Man though. I'd really want Lizard Man.
There's
What about that freaky clown bastard?
There's
with
no
the
way.
knife
There's no way
fingers?
Nintendo is putting him in. There's no way Nintendo's putting the BDSM mummy in.
Voldo, that's his
in-
name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a BDSM mummy.
Oh my god.
Oh god, he's fucking freaky. All right.
Mommy! Mommy! Are you my mommy? Oh wait, have you guys ever seen Doctor Who? Never mind. It goes over your
That
head.
is the one episode
Anyway,
I've seen. Moving on.
Let me see. Yeah, Final Fantasy 6 and 8. We know about those games. They're turn-based. They're awesome. They're great. Moving on. Pokemon Gold and Silver. Awesome games. This is my favorite generation, even though they really screwed over ghost types in that game. But anyways, moving on. Oh, and Dragon type. There are only 2 Dragon types in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. They're all from the same line.
Didn't they
And then there's
also introduce Steel? Is that where they introduced Steel?
Kingdra.
That's when they introduced Steel.
Yeah,
and
they
Dark,
introduced Steel and Dark.
which is what fucked over
And they
Ghost
balanced
type.
the Psychic type, which really needed it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Well,
yeah,
Gengar
Dragon
in
type.
particular, because he was also poison.
Dragon type was hosed until 3rd gen when they added a couple more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Salamence, Flygon, and the works.
Altaria. Yeah.
They actually... Oh, and Altaria, yeah. Yeah. What was it? It was like a
It's a cloud goose.
peacock ostrich cloud thing.
Oh yeah,
It's a cloud goose.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yes. Roller Coaster Tycoon. If you guys like tycoon games or like
Tycoon.
SimCity games, and you
Yeah.
want to make roller coasters, like it's
You know-
great. I love
you know a
it.
thing
I
that the
remember
girls
playing
and I have
SimCity
been
2,
doing in
and
Minecraft
Roller
is-
Coaster Tycoon's great.
We've been making roller coasters in Minecraft.
Making roller coasters.
Yeah.
That's what makes it great. See, roller coasters make everything better. So yes, get it if you can. Medal of Honor, something that is finally not Call of Duty.
Medal of Honor was
Sorry,
a great
Call
game.
of Duty, but
it was very good single player shooter at the time. It was actually that's the one known for the you had the famous Beaches of Normandy intro to the game as well. It's where a lot of people learned a lot of history because Medal of Honor was known for having actual real war stories. Like you played as different people who didn't necessarily get the Medal of Honor, but they were real war stories from those wars, and you played as different characters during different battles. And yeah, you played as some guy who was in the Beaches of Normandy, and they actually had live commentary at the end of some of the games as like extra features of those people telling their stories at the time. So it was actually a really really cool game if you're interested in war history.
I like a game that actually has like proper narrative to it and is actually based off of real people who actually like fight in actual wars, who are genuine veterans and stuff like that, rather than Call of Duty over glorifying pieces of shit like they are. You know, it's like, oh, we killed the Nazis. We are.
It's history
amazing.
versus
We
action
saved
heroes.
day kind of shit.
Call of Duty.
It's just two Captain
heroes.
America.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's literally what it is. Call of Duty is just Inglorious Bastards every single time. I hate it for that. Sorry. I mean, I love Quentin Tarantino, but god damn it, I'm just can't just be all guns blazing bullshit.
Here's a
It's gotta be about real people, you know.
Quentin says, "Hold my beer."
Tell a story like it is.
Here's a hot take for you. I don't like any Quentin Tarantino movie aside from Inglourious Bastards.
Oh my god. What about The Man with the Iron Fists?
Nope.
That was such a funny movie. It was so good. Like, there's a part where Bronze Line, he gets into, like, this hand-grasping, like, fight with some dude, and they're, like, pulling and pushing each other, whatever, and there gets to a point where he shows his strength by... He does this impossible feat where he pulls the guy's arm so hard that, like, they pop out from the elbows, and you can see, like, the sinew and tissue, and he's like, ah! Whatever.
I've seen
that was the most
yeah.
ridiculous. Oh my
It's
God.
not as good as Kung Pao.
You can't do that in real life.
Like, holy frack, it's
It
is.
is. It's so ridiculous. It's like the part where in Kung
it's
Pao
not
where
even
he
like physically possible.
pokes. Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah.
Just stomach plug. Or like the part where he's like going, and then he like plucks everybody's eyes out, and they're all like on his fingers. It's like,
yeah. I showed the girls that.
That's what the Man with the Iron Fist is like for me. Okay.
Okay. All right, Morg, hurry up.
And Russell Crowe with his
go.
freaking knife. Anyways, moving on. Okay, yeah. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Wonderful series.
I like the Pro Skater series. Actually, I think I started with Pro Skater 4, and that the only thing I ever learned to do was eggplants. Because I was young at the time, and that's really all I understood when I was first playing those games.
I played 2 quite a bit.
Which one was the one with the song?
The song.
The one with the song.
The Superman song.
Probably 2.
Oh wait.
Okay, 2. I played 2.
Probably
like the original Superman song, like the
So here I am.
That's a Superman.
Cloud is saying it's 1.
That's the one I picked.
Okay, that's the good one. The one I played.
Okay.
I had it on a demo disc, and we played that one level over and over.
Cold finger. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Cloud.
Alrighty. That's my list right there. Boom.
Okay.
Done.
I still think 2004 wins. World of Warcraft is
it does.
Okay, there we go. Morg made it. I mean, he kind of did fold in the beginning, but we did need to actually discuss it. Yeah, it was. I actually really like this topic. I like being able to like look at time, like at a time of like in the past of like what was good. Now, granted, I didn't look at every year. I just looked at a few key years where I remembered things, like especially 2016 being a big year for me. But yeah, 2004. It's hard to argue with the original Monster Hunter and World of Warcraft and Half-Life 2, Halo 2. Like, it's just so many good ones. And that was the problem is, like, I really wanted 2016 to win because I could go on for days about some of these games. Like, of course, Dune 2016, Enter the Gungeon, Darkest Dungeon. Like, so many great titles in that year. But you just look at 2004 and you're like, it's not World of Warcraft.
Yeah, sadly. But I mean, like, you could argue that, like, the following years afterwards and so on and so forth are better just based off of the fact of accessibility of, like, all the games from previous years
Well,
before.
we're talking
And I was almost
titles
willing to concede and say,
specifically,
yeah,
not-
2004 is better because it has all the 98 games in it anyways.
Pan?
Oh, an idea for our next topic popped in my head.
Sure, hit us.
So I don't know how good this would be for all of us, but how about our favorite video game launch memories?
Ooh.
Or like the first time you played video game X.
So initial. So
yeah.
we do a whole. This is a whole category of our discussions on Bickering Bucks and the original side quest is your initial impressions and your first couple hours of playing. That's actually a big deal. So
No,
yeah.
no. What I'm talking about is like how I remember when I got Fire Red and I just spent that weekend in the hotel while my sister went and did her bullshit at the beauty pageant.
That's what I'm saying is those stories of like your initial initiation into a game.
Yes.
That's what.
So our top like 5 of those. I mean, we could go all night. I'm sure.
Oh
with
no,
that.
yeah, that's a great
God,
idea.
yeah, easily.
So our first,
Easily.
like Monster Hunter. I guarantee you, Monster Hunter is going to hit my top 5. Like Monster Hunter 1.
Oh, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite for me, especially.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
Yeah, because you guys were talking about 2016, and I remembered that first time I played Stardew Valley, and I'm not going to talk about it because I'm saving it for this time. But God, that night playing that turn Stardew Valley on release night. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a good night.
We're gonna talk about our initiations into our top 5 initiations. There you go. Next week.
Oh yeah.
So on that, I won't be able to cast next week. Because next week's my husband's birthday.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Save
Well,
that
we can
for
do
another
it
one.
the week after that.
Yeah, we'll say that for another one.
Alrighty, we'll figure something out for next week then.
I think it's a wrap, folks. So thanks for joining us tonight. Be sure to follow up. We will be posting this on SoundCloud. Why am I blanking? Spotify, iTunes, all the podcast materials. Be sure to subscribe. Of course, here live on Twitch at HunterSubPod on Twitter and HunterSubPod on Twitch here. So be sure to follow us and join our Discord and join Morgs too, because Morgs is super happy and everyone talks all the time. And we try to, but I didn't talk about this. I was really busy this week. Not a day was under 9 hours, and we were no air conditioning. It was in a sawmill.
Oh my god. Same. Oh my god. It got to like 39 degrees the one day. And actually, well, this is like Celsius, but like even in the shade, like I think it was one day. No. If you guys want to talk about like Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. 40 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, 39 is 102
39
in freedom units.
30.
Ooh. Oh,
yeah, it's really hot, and it actually got to like, yeah. It was like 7 o'clock at night, and the sun was still out, and it hit the thermometer, and I was reading it, and I'm like, 40 degrees Celsius at 7 o'clock at night. what? And I'm like looking and I'm like typing in like the calculations, like just tapping away on my freaking calculator, trying to figure out like what that is in Fahrenheit. And I'm like, 104. It's hot. Holy
Jeez.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, it was
just
a
a
rough
hot week. And then we got hit with a downpour yesterday.
Oh, so get this. Our
Brutal.
longest day was Wednesday. We did a 10-hour, right? We were pulling out of the
Oh,
lumber mill. We get a call from my brother who handles a lot of the customer calls. We had to go to another job. So we had a 13-and-a-half-hour day. Getting out of the car on this 13-hour-and-a-half day, immediate downpour soaks me out of nowhere. I'm just like, just this day sucks. This whole day.
Just kill me now.
Just
that's
just
the worst
kill
part
me.
about the heat is that
It didn't
it's
feel
immediately followed by thunder showers.
Yeah, it did not feel
Oh man.
in any way great. However, I got more networking stuff figured out that day because my internet didn't work anymore wired, and I fixed up more stuff. So, anyways, thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you the next next week. Morgan and I will figure out something. Maybe try to pull on a guest.
Yep.
Don't we have stories too next week? Isn't that the first week of stories?
Yes.
Perfect. That's a perfect
Yeah,
night
we
for
do
me to
have
be gone.
stories. And I've already downloaded the game, so I'm ready to start playing it. Oh man. Oh, I can't wait to get 2 Tigrexes on my team, but that's gonna have to come with the DLC that comes later in the
Let me make sure.
launch. Anyways, yeah. But I'm looking
Okay,
forward to it.
So Pan, the week that
I'm looking forward to putting Grimclaw on my team.
the week that you're back and we do this thing is the week that we have Stormy Rise coming on. So
We're gonna have Stormy.
yeah, I'm gonna let them know, and we'll have them join that discussion if they're up for it.
Is that their
That's
Is
gonna
that
be
their
great.
pronoun, or you're just not sure?
I'm not sure. I always thought
Oh, okay.
Stormy Rise was a dude. I was corrected when we were here with with Pooh.
That's right.
She's a cool,
So
she's a cool
I'm
lady.
saying they because my brain is still catching up to the inaccuracy.
Okay.
That is my fault. That is me.
Okay.
Just assuming. So, thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Why did that? Okay, there we go.